All right, hello boys and girls. It's Mr. McAndrew again. We've gone over the work from yesterday. In your packet, you should have this. It's called multiplication array matchup. So today, our focus is if you can you look at just an expression, right, or an equation, and figure out what visual model would go with that. So this is going to help you with it, okay? So remember, all week we're doing different things, right? So one day we took a word problem and found the models that go with it. I think, was it yesterday, I gave you some models and what are the equations or expressions that go with it. So today, I'm going to give you the expression and what is the model that goes with it. So here, what I want you to do is cut out all of these cards, okay, along the dotted lines, and then you need to match them up, okay? So 5 rows of 9 does not match up with these right here. So let's see, do we see 5 rows of 9? Maybe this might be it right here, okay? Let's see, 5 rows of 3, or let's see, 2 rows of 8. That's definitely not 2 rows of 8. That might be the 5 rows of 9. I have to count, right? So your job is to figure out where they go. So to just give you an example, let's find the 5 rows of 3. So it looks like right here we have 1 row of 3, 2 rows of 3 stars, 3 rows of 3, 4 rows of 3, 5 rows of 3. So when you cut these out, this one would go next to this one. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. All right, so cut them out and then come back to the video. All right, so that took a few minutes, right? So now that you have them all cut out, okay, what I want you to do is match them up if you haven't done that already. Okay, so for example, this says 6 times 7. So that means 6 groups of 7. Now in this case, we are looking at arrays with stars. Okay, now this is not 6 groups of 7 because in an array it would be 6 rows of 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 2 stars. So that would be 4 times 2. So 6 times 7, it might be this one. Let's see. Do we have 6 rows? We have 1, let me use this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Okay, so there's your 6. And are there 7 stars in each row? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay, so these match up. This model, this visual array, okay, matches this expression. It's an expression, remember, because there's no equal sign. It doesn't say equals 42. So there's 42 stars here. I just already know that. And someday you will too if you don't already. Okay? All right, so what I want you to do is pause the video and finish matching them up. Okay, so for example, 3 times 3, we're looking for 3 rows of 3 would look like that. Okay, when you've done matching them up, come on back. All right, boys and girls, how did you do? All right, this is good practice. Okay, so for example, like, did you get 4 rows of 6 here? So is this 4 rows of 6? Right, so there's 4 rows with 6 in each star. Sorry, 6 stars in each row. Okay, this is an interesting one. 1 times 10, we don't do that very often. But that would be 1 row of 10, which I believe is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Okay. By the way, interesting, boys and girls. Watch this. This is cool. Okay, so look at the 4 by 6, right? 4 rows of 6. Now, if I just rotate it, I have 6 times 4. So I would just flip the 6 and the 4 because I have 6 rows of 4, right? Because 4 times 6 is equal to 6 times 4. It just looks different. It's still, the answer is still 24. So this is 6 rows of 4. This is 4 rows of 6, right? Here, if I have 1 times 10, if I flip this, if I rotate it 90 degrees like that, now I have 10 rows of 1. So I would have 10 times 1, right? Pretty awesome. Okay, actually, you know what I could do? I could write it on, this would be fun. You could write it on the back, 10 times 1, right? So then there's 10 times 1. If I flip this and I rotate this, I get 1 times 10. I mean, could you have more fun? I don't think so. What about this one? We saw this one earlier. 5 groups of 9. I think this would be it. Let's see, do we have 5 rows? Yep, and are there 9 stars in each row? Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this is 5 times 9. So 5 rows of 9 is going to give you 45. 45 stars. Right now, you don't need to know that. We're just matching the expression to the visual. Now on the back of this, I'm going to write 9 times 5, and then I rotate this, and there we have it. 9 rows of 5 stars. Right? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? All right, awesome. So finish matching those up. All right, this is fun. This is a good activity for you to do. All right, and then we're going to get into, take out your math packet. It should already be out, and we're going to get into today's work. Boys and girls, so we're back. So you should have out, it should say Wednesday word problem. Okay? Except there's no word problem. Mr. McAndrew, what did you do? Nor are there any, there's nothing on this page except, do you see it? There's just an equation. It says 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Okay, so the goal today is to take an equation and figure out a model that we could put with it. All right, so take a few minutes right now, pause the video and see, can you come up with at least one model to go with 12 divided by 3 equals 4? So if you think about what we just did, right? We were just doing multiplication, right? With the arrays. So could you draw an array that goes with 12 divided by 3? So let's think about this. If we had 12 stars, okay, and we divided them into 3 rows, what this is telling us, there should be 4 in each row. So let's see if that works, okay? So you don't have to draw stars. You could do circles or rectangles, whatever you feel like. I'm going to do stars. I just go up, down, over, back this way, and then down, okay? That's 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. Okay, so we're going to put 4 stars into 3 rows. And let's see if that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so do I have 12 stars? Let's see. Do I have 12 stars? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Were they divided into 3 rows? Yep. Okay, so there's 3 rows, and there's 4 in each row. Okay, so that works. Okay, that works. Is there another way you could show this? There's a lot of ways we could show it, right? Couldn't we do... by the way, this model, right, it shows 12 divided by 3. It also shows 4 times, or I should say 3 times 4, right, equals 12. It shows both, like we were doing yesterday. It shows both. Okay, so I could do, let's see, what if I had 3 circles with 4 stars in them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 3 groups of 4, which equals 12. So we have 12 stars divided into 3 equal groups, and there's 4 in each group. So this is another model that would match this expression. All right, and then I'll show you what it might look like as a number line. So when you do the rest of the problems, you have some ideas of what you could do, okay? So if I'm doing 12 divided by 3, that means it could be 3 equal groups or hops, all right? And if we did that, it would end up on 4, 8, 12 like that. So this shows 12 divided into 3 hops with 4, right? There's 4 in between each. So 3 groups of 4 is 12, or 12 divided into 3 equal groups is 4. So boys and girls, there's so many ways we can show multiplication and division, and I hope you're seeing that they really are connected, right? So each of these models shows both 3 times 4 and 12 divided by 3, and really 12 divided by 4, okay? Because you could say this is 12 divided into groups of with 4 in each group, right? So there's 4 in each row. Okay, so we're going to skip the word problem for today. There's a lot going on today, so let's just, if you want to write a word problem to go with this, that would be fun, but I'm not gonna say that you have to do that. But for example, you could say like, Tim had 12 extra peanut butter cups from Halloween, and he divided them up evenly between his 3 best friends, Max, Peter, and Rich. Okay, how many peanut butter cups did each of his friends get? So if I had 12 peanut butter cups and I gave them each an equal amount, they would end up with, I guess, 4 each, right? So we just proved that. Okay. All right, so the last, for practice today, what I've done is I've given you an expression. Okay, so here we have 3 times 2. Okay? And then we have some division, multiplication, division, multiplication. In some cases, it's an expression, right? In some cases, it's an equation. Doesn't really make a big difference. So if you have 3 times 2, you can do any visual model you want. If you would like to do, if you'd like to do an array, you could do that. You could do a number line. You could do equal groups, right? Sets with an equal group. You could also do the area model, right? You could do 3 times 2. You could do like that. That's 2 rows of 3. Let me do it. All right, scratch that. Let's do it over here. We want 3 rows of 2. So it would look like this. Okay? Right? You could do an array. You could just do 1, 2, 1, 2. So you've got 3 groups of 2. You could do sets. You've got 3 groups of 2. Okay, so you've got lots of different options. Just do one model for each one. Okay, and then tomorrow I'll go over this with you again. All right, boys and girls, a lot going on today. Really good stuff. Hang in there, persevere. You've got the video, so you can watch it again if you need to, or rewind. Okay, you can always pause it if I'm going a little bit too quick. And you can always ask your teacher as well. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you soon. Great job. Bye-bye.